It's Bitty Penny. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you guys are here. And it's just a pop-up live. I is not going to have time to film this video, and edit and voiceover. So I just decided to do a live and show you guys my mass making for January. Like, off the charts. This is a follow-up to the hashtag Crafty Goals hosted by Debbie Alley at Project 39. So good morning, Vicki. I have so much to show you. And so I jumped on with Debbie and a whole group of women who are setting crafty goals each month, or some are setting them for the quarter, some are setting them for the year. Everyone's doing their own thing, which is so beautiful. And so I'm kind of doing a reset each month on what my crafty goals will be, but I wanted to show you all the things I made in January. So we kicked January off with a sheet load of cards. This was the design from Call Me Crafty Owl. The sheet load is always free to anyone who goes over and subscribes to her channel. She releases it on the first day of every month. And she has a channel membership where you can go back and for just $1.99 a month have access to all the past sheet loads. So I adapted it for 5x7. I like to do that because I like making 5x7 cards, but the sheet load was for mini slimlines, which I also like. I think these are my two favorite card sizes. So there's my sheet load for January. I just thought those were so beautiful. Hey, Miss Susie, good morning. I already showed y'all these yesterday in a live. I made 5 Valentine, actually made 6, but I gave one away. I made 5 or 6 Valentine's journals, and there's a full flip through of these on my channel, but that was really cool. So Vicky's using Letty's tracker. Oh, I'm so happy, Vicky. That is awesome. Yeah. Oh, I would love to hear more if you want to share, Vicki. What are some of your crafty goals? I'm so glad you're following along and participating. Okay, so those Valentines are on my channel. This was a flowish journal that I started with you guys here live, and I didn't finish it. I just knew the size was not going to work for my ideas journal, but I'm just going to I'm going to finish filling it up, and I'm going to put some lovely like fabric washi tape on the cover, just where the cracks are. It is reinforced with Tyvek, so it's an extremely strong base now, and I will be selling this somewhere at some time, but I got to finish it first, obviously. So that's a work in progress. I'm going to finish this in February, so that's a crafty goal. All right, what I did instead is I sat down and I made myself the size that I knew I would want to work in, and I'm so glad I did. So I am absolutely loving this idea journal. I made this cover from this Wagner book. Y'all saw me taking pages out of this book if you were watching this month, and I made a ton of book page ideas and decorated some of them. We made 10. I probably have another 10. So if you guys want to see a follow-up of 10 more ideas of things that you can use book pages for, then let me know. But yeah, I ripped out all these pages from this book, which was a discarded book from the library. And then I had taken out so many, I took the cover and I mixed media the cover, and I did share it, or I've created a video for it, and I just need to edit. But here's a little peek inside. I've already started filling it with some of my things, and I'm leaving this pocket empty because I want a table of contents kind of thing for like some of the ideas that are in here. But oh, this is perfect. This is exactly what I needed to capture my ideas, and I'm going to be participating in the Roxy challenge from Roxy Creates. It's her name's Rachel, but the Roxy challenge, I'm going to be participating in that this year. So this will be my ideas journal. I is a flowish. Now this one is one that I talked about in my flow journal video, where I just took my elastic and tied it around the spine and didn't do the eyelets like I did on this one. So this one you can see, I'm trying to edge them both in, but there's eyelets, and that's how I did that flowish, but this one just goes around the spine. And I wanted to do that because I think maybe when I'm done with this one, I might sew it all into the spine once I have it complete. So I can always take these off or readjust. So Vicky is smashing 12 by 12 paper pads and smaller paper pads. Vicky, you're gonna love some of the ideas I have for February. I have only made prototypes so far, and I have been smashing the heck out of some paper pads. You're gonna love these ideas. Yvette, Salia, hi, good morning or afternoon. I did a couple of craft roulette cards in January, but I could not find my bunny card, which was my favorite. I don't know. Of course, if you saw my craft room, you would be like, yeah, how do you find anything? But I do want to talk about that, and I'll probably talk about that more tomorrow in my February Crafty Goals video. You guys, we will have the ladies who are participating linked in the description box. I don't have it currently, but we'll have it for tomorrow so that you can see everyone and all their great ideas. Let's get some more cards out of the way. I made, using my scraps, and I just, you know, I wasn't cutting the scraps or anything. I already had a bunch of scraps that were pre-cut. I made a bunch of cards. I made some that are these adorable Holly Hobby. These 4 are my mom's. She's already claimed them. I don't know if y'all watched that video, but I said, oh, I think my mom's going to like these. Yes, she claimed those right away. And then the most hilarious thing is I was like, oh, I'm going to have to give this to my mom for Mother's Day, this one. And when she looked through this stack of cards, she's like, will you save that and give it to me for Mother's Day? I feel bad about picking out my own Mother's Day card, but I really want that one to be it. It was so funny. And then I have a little bit of Christmas done. So I have this card. And again, these were just all scraps. And then I just had fun with printables, Tsunami Rose printables. Tsunami Rose and Sheetload are my 2 design teams right now. I'm keeping it very light this year because I'm like Vicky and I want to use what I have and smash my paper pads and all the other things. But I still want to use a lot of printables. In fact, you know, another goal for me this year, all year long, will be a low buy, but January has not been a low buy. Well, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But I have been practicing restraint. It just hasn't been a low buy. So all of these are the cards that I made in a video. If you want to see more about these, then you just go back and check my channel. All right, so more cards, more cards. This year I am also doing the Marguerite Miller Collage Challenge, which I'm having a lot of fun with. I know not everyone on my channel is loving it, and that's okay. My channel is a paper crafting channel, so I make journals, collages, notebooks, lots of cards, just whatever. I'm just sharing my journey. And so it's a mixed bag around here, folks, but it's got a lot of paper and glue. It's a mixed bag with a lot of paper and glue. Okay, so this was the book that I had started for myself. Here was the first week. This was week 1. I think this is still my favorite spread. I love this one. This was week 2, very creative. it's not like my very favorite, but it's very creative. And that's what this process is about. It's about breaking out of some boxes, getting creative, and having fun. This is week 3, which was like a party on a page. So much fun. This guy right here. Oh, and those ladies' smirks back there, it just cracks me up. And I love this guy. He's so happy. So anyways, the ladies playing games. That was a fun spread. And then this was last week's spread. So this was lots of fun too. All about an octopus helping me with my laundry. So that was lots of fun. I've had it's been such a challenge to take the different prompts and find a commonality and a theme and tie it in, but that's what I like as a challenge. So this was lots of fun. And I'll give y'all a sneak peek of what's coming out this week. I already have my collage done, so I'll have a video out for this one this week. All right. Collage challenge. I did them all 4 weeks. Let's see if I can keep it up all year long. Okay, if you're here for craft fair ideas, I've got you covered. I'm coming up with at least one, but probably more is what I figured out this month. At least one craft fair idea for every month of the year. My crafty goal for January was to make 13 of these albums. Well, I knocked it out of the park, I must say, and I think I made 16 or 17. I don't know. I made a lot. So I got these, this idea from my friend Letty, Party Planner Papery. She's also on this Crafty collab, like Crafty Goals group. And when she made hers for what Vicky was talking about, how she got Letty's tracking sheets. Letty made one of these. This is how she's tracking her crafty goals. I'm not even that organized yet, you guys, and that's just not who I am. I'm kind of a bullet journal or task. I'm a list writer. I'm a lister. So anyways, but when I saw her make one, I was like, oh my gosh, I have so many ideas of what I want to do, and I think these would be great for a craft fair. So I did make one for our family, this one with the Goonies. Oh, I love movies from the 80s. I'm a child of the 80s. And I put these like thicker stickers down here for the year. And this is our movie and TV watching tracker. So I went on Etsy, one of my favorite places to shop, and I downloaded and purchased these tracking sheets. One's for TV shows and one's for movies. I also purchased this really cool movie. It was supposed to have like 700 different movie posters, but I found a lot of duplicates for the same movies or TV shows. But I liked that it was both movie and TV. I have some of our favorites here all throughout. And oh, I need to show y'all how I made labels. We'll do that before my live is over, hopefully. Oh, you guys, we are going to bust so many paper pads. I busted in January. I'm having to do the math in my head. I busted 4 or 5 12 by 12 pads with this project and another. And then I busted 5 6 by 6 pads. So I busted almost 11 paper pads with projects I'm going to show y'all. So you will be able to do it too. Carmen loves The Parent Trap and Mamma Mia. So I put things in here. She loves The Spirited Way. I put movies in here that the whole family loves. So it's just kind of fun. And so each month we can write down and track our Princess Bride and Step Brothers. You guys, here's one of my little, it's not a secret, I'll tell anybody, but I watch Step Brothers once a year. It's just pure laughter and hilariousness. My son likes Stranger Things, we all like Cruella. This is really good, Crazy Stupid Love, if y'all haven't seen it before. It's a very entertaining movie. So yeah, anyway, so this, I'll keep going. We don't need to get into movies here, but I have a Leo spread. I fell in love with both of these two and What's Eating Gilbert Grape in 1994. I just thought that movie was just superb. Well done. Well done. So for October, I tried to put um, more like October, like Halloween theme. And then I did some of my others. We love the Ocean series. My husband and I watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles like every year. So, okay, that is kind of like one idea for this. I probably went too far down the movie track. I hope I didn't lose y'all. Um, Babies. I did some baby ones. We've got babies coming up in our family. And so for this one, it was so much fun. Again, I went to Etsy. I got a printable for these trackers. So each month we'll have a monthly tracker. And then I had a couple of babies, so I know a little bit about when things happened or when they develop throughout the year. And so this was kind of fun, the world when you were born. I remember we had a page like this in my baby book, and I always thought it was cool. The 1 month tracker, hello, I'm new here. So this would be the first month. I haven't put labels in here yet for the months, but I will. The growth chart, I was just going to clip in with a paper clip so that they can move it around as needed. Okay. And then there's month 2, as well as the baby's first, which they could move that around as well. 3 months and the baby's birth story. And I use some Echo Park paper pads for these. And the teething chart, which is typically around 4 months, depending. 5 months, and about mom and about dad. And I love that these aren't like, what do they call them? When you pass it on and you keep passing it on. Anyways. You know, these are just for like a mom on the go, or I could see even a grandparent kind of tracking just a little bit about their grandchildren if they wanted. And it's just supposed to be easy and very approachable. And they can go in and add pictures all over the place. They can tuck pictures in the pockets. They can tuck in whatever they want and decorate it further. So I kept it pretty basic, but I think they're beautiful and just a fun way for parents to track the first 12 months of their baby's life. So I made 3 boys. So we have 2 babies on the way in our family, and we don't know yet if they're boys or girls. So I opted to make 6. That way we have lots of options. Hey, Missy, how are you? So that is that. Oh, I'm so glad you're enjoying the collage challenge. Yay. I'm happy to hear that. I know some people are and some people aren't. And that's just okay. That's life. Okay, so we got baby ones. Let's get another group here. I did Christmas. So I made these at a crop with Letty. And I was like, Letty, look, I am using your idea in making all of these books. So she just loved that. And she's like, oh, I think I'm going to have to make some more. So watch our channel because I believe she'll be making more. But I did Christmas. And now these don't have as many tuck spots and things. And I'll probably go back and add more. But I do have some fun inserts from Tsunami Rose. I actually already had these in my stash. So a lot of these are decorated with Tsunami Rose stuff. And then I have Christmas checklist, a fun checklist for fun things you want to do, dinner menu ideas and grocery list. And it's just kind of a fun way you could, I didn't put labels down here for like the month because these don't have to be 12 months. They could be a 12-week tracker as you get ready for Christmas. So you could start using this 12 weeks before Christmas. This was Letty's idea. She's like, you have recipe cards? You should put some recipe cards in there. And I need to put a couple of more. But I was like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. So I made these. So this could be a 12-week, a 12-month. You can make savings plans of things you want to put in here. Then you could add Christmas pictures later and just kind of, you know, organize for Christmas. I was really wanting something like this the last 2 years. And now I'm going to keep one and use it next year. So here's the last one. I just think this idea is great. I definitely plan on selling these in my craft fair. And I think they'll be a big hit. I'll probably sell them. The more basic ones like this will be 10. The ones that I had to like buy printables and do stuff like the baby ones, the baby printables were $10. So I'm going to charge $15 for these. They just took more time. I had to organize all the papers, cut all the papers, and it just took more time and thought. So those will naturally just cost a little more. Okay, then I wanted some that aren't specific to any holiday or specific reason to do memory keeping. So I have 5 here. I did these 2 on my channel. So if you're interested in this project, you want to know more about this project, go catch the video where I made these 2. These 2 have the ribbons, and they're just like kind of spring and garden. They're very simple. These, again, even though they have like the ribbon, they'll be like $10. I did made charms to go on them. So that's that. So my goal for the whole year is doing a new craft fair project every month, but also not just any craft fair project. I want them to be specific to cards or journals. I don't want to sell any, you know, anything that's not related to cards or journals. So I'm going to be making a lot of mini albums and other things. I already have like the first 4 months planned. I've already found 4 projects that I really want to make. Now this one was awesome because I was able, once I started making these, I started smashing my project life cards. Look, this is the big 4x6 project life. This is a 3x4, then a piece of ephemera and washi tape. This is just 2 project life cards. Same thing with this one, 3x4, 4x6. If you don't have project life cards, I'm telling you those dimensions because you can cut your paper to those and then just round the corners if you like the rounded corners. But what I love about these is I have a bunch of them, and I was able to use them to decorate these journals. I didn't have to cut anything. I just think if you're going to sell these rather inexpensively, then you want to minimize how much you're cutting and, you know, all of that. So this was just such an easy way to fill these journals up and decorate them. And I really, really love it. I'm going to go ahead and show y'all how I made my labels because I think this is clever and it's so easy. I just have to grab my project life cards real quick. So I have a few boxes like this. And let me tell you, it's so funny, these have been just gathering dust, if you will. They've been put away, but I haven't been using them. And then once I started using them for this project, oh my goodness, I was just like, well, I want more. But first I have to use what I have. Unless I find some like in a D-stash somewhere or something. Okay, so I'm taking the 3x4 card. Again, if you don't have Project Life, don't sweat it. Cut your card to 3x4. Use a corner rounder if you like. Okay, so to make all 12 of these are all made out of these cards, okay? So I took this card. This is so easy. I cut it in half. So this is 3, so I'm cutting it at 1.5. You could leave it just like that. Like if you don't have a paper trimmer, or if you don't have a corner rounder, but you have Project Life, this is also an option. You could leave it just like this, but I did choose to go ahead and round it. And now I'm trying to remember which one was the right size. I think it's this one. It's pretty close, but actually it's the bigger one. If you have this punch, it's the bigger one. Okay, which is 10 millimeters of a rounder. But see, that's how I made these labels, super quick and easy. It took no time at all. And then I had monthly labels or weekly or whatever, memory keeping, however they want to use these. I could pop that one right there. Let's do it. So just like that. And then they can label it. Yeah, so this was so much fun. It was such a good way to use my stash. It was a quick way to make these planners. And then I just had ephemera in my stash. Oh, good gosh. I have lots of ephemera in my stash. So I just brought in some that I thought went well with this and used it up. So each one of these takes 6 12 by 12 sheets of paper. So if you're looking for a way to smash your paper pads, this is definitely a good one. This one's kind of got a vintage travel theme. Let me just flip through here real quick. Again, the fun thing about the Project Life is that it all coordinates. So I just picked one of my Project Life sets that I thought went well with this paper, and then it all looks like it was meant to be, I believe. And this would be so much fun for someone who's going on a trip. They could put like their itinerary in here or whatever, or it would just be a beautiful planner. It doesn't have to be for a trip. A good way to do memory keeping. You don't actually have to plan for anything. It can just be for memory keeping. Maybe you want to do really simple memory keeping. These would be great for that. I just think this project is super fun, you guys. I think it's very useful. And the reason why I want to put it in my craft fair, I'm not going to show y'all this one, but it's more of the same of those last 3. So I actually have 4 of those. I think it has such a good practical application that it'll be really easy for me to sell it at a craft fair. Because, you know, when you're working with the general public, like in a craft fair, not everyone knows all the paper crafting like we do. Okay, this is a travel themed one. I know Letty's going to make some travel themed ones as well. I saw her haul some paper to make some, so I can't wait to see what she does with hers. I kept mine very basic. And I like this one because it's gender neutral. So I could see a couple using this. I could see men, women, anybody using this one. I think this is a great one. It could be for travel, and that is kind of, you know, obviously the cover gives that away, but it doesn't have to be. That's why I kind of left the inside very open, very blank, so that it could be used for anything. So that's that. And you guys, like, that's enough, Bitty Penny. Like, you've crafted enough, but there's more. Okay. It's all in this handy dandy little box because it's going to my daughter's school. But I made Valentine notebooks. Oh my goodness. I do have a process video coming up. I'll flip through that one with y'all real quick. A couple of these don't have the bows on them yet, but they will. So I made these as her Valentines for her class. She has a class that's just overrun with girls. think there's over 20 kids and 17 of them are girls. So I made 20 of these because I knew Sparkle Heart would want one and her sister cousin would want one, and then whatever, we have an extra. So these are little notebooks, again, that you'll see on my channel. I used up more Project Life. I used a ton of 6x6. And just each one has 18 to 20 sheets of paper in it, and it's just fun. And I can just see a little girl having so much fun with these. Used a lot of different papers, and they can take things out, they can put them in different orders, because of these little binder clips. They can do whatever. They can punch holes and add things. And I put little tickets, and it says Love Carmen, because gotta know who the Valentine's from. And these little puffy hearts I had in my stash, and I just thought they looked so cute once I tied the bow on them, and then that helped everything stay together because they can get loosey-goosey. So this is what the final product looked like. So a video will be coming up on these, and that's it. I mean, it's a lot, but that's what I crafted in January. Obviously, I can't work at this pace always, but when I took a couple of months kind of a break, and just came back with a vengeance. Got a lot of crafting to get out. So there again are those labels. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all of this. I can't wait to share my February plans with you. I have so many videos recorded currently that I couldn't record a video if I wanted to. There's no space left, which means there's a lot coming. And I hope you guys will enjoy it. I hope you always find inspiration here on my channel. And yeah, I've been busy, and I will tell y'all more tomorrow about how I got all of this done. Cliffhanger? No. But yeah, I will tell y'all more tomorrow about how I was able to do all of this and how I think the crafty goals are going to work for me this year. And I will share more of my strategy with you. But it even blew my own mind when I was going to pull all of this out. Anyways, so, I'm so glad to hear that some of y'all have the same goal as me, which is using my stash, using up these old paper pads and these things to make new wonderful things. And if you're not doing craft fairs, I've given you enough ideas with this design that you can make these as gifts. So whenever you see craft fair ideas, and you might think, I don't do craft fairs, but you give gifts, and a lot of these things you can turn into gifts for friends at your church, friends at work, friends, family. These can be given to lots of people. So you guys, oh, it's my pleasure. Thanks so much for watching. And hey, Vagabond Style. Yes, go back and watch the replay. I've been sharing tons of makes and lots of stuff. So I think you'll really enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I love y'all so much. I hope you have a very blessed day, and come back tomorrow because we'll continue this. It'll be continued. All right. Have a wonderful day, you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.